What are the pros and cons of New York tax deed sales? So let's dive into New York tax deeds so you can use tax deed investing to perhaps escape your 9-to-5 job or secure your retirement. So first off, New York has 62 counties, all right? Now the largest counties are going to be King County, Queens County, and New York County. So these are going to be the big tomatoes in the bunch, all right? So one of the pros is that there's plenty of counties in New York. Now, one of the nice things is among all these counties, there's definitely going to be properties that you can pick up at big discounts. For example, I bought a property in Troy, New York for only $5,000. It was a house and it was at the tax deed auction. So a lot of the lower priced counties, for example, like St. Lawrence County, the average home price is $100,000. Montgomery County, average home price is $125,000. So one of the benefits there in these counties where the average home price is a little bit lower is you're going to have your best shot at getting a property dirt cheap at this auction. For example, the property I bought was only $5,000, all right? Now, what's one of the cons? So one of the cons is definitely in some of these bigger places or the larger counties, right? Where, for example, in Brooklyn, average home price is around $780, all right? Now, average rent could be $2,500 a month. And then as you're going through Queens, average home price $650, and then all the way into Manhattan, average home price around $1 million. So a couple of the cons there are A, you better have a big budget to try to get in the game. But also what you're gonna find in a lot of the higher priced counties is the fact that they might not have a lot of tax deeds available because they get redeemed. And remember, banks are one of the largest redeemers of tax deeds because the bank is going to get wiped out if the homeowner doesn't pay the taxes, which is also what makes this business amazing, is that when you buy a tax deed, it's going to wipe out the mortgage. So that's why they call it that free and clear. And remember, the tax lien is always the priority lien, and it's going to wipe out anything above it. So if you want to use tax liens and deeds to quit your 9-to-5 job or to become a full-time real estate investor, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up if you like this video, ask a question in the comments. I'm here to help the tax lien and deed community. It's been a great business for me. I used it to quit my 9-to-5 job many years ago. And I used to have some really great products that I sold. Now I just give them away below this video. So if you want like a quick start manual, you can get it below the video, free of charge. It's an awesome book, and I did not write it with AI. Old school is the way it goes. So coming back to some of the pros. Now, like we mentioned, you can buy some of these properties dirt cheap, all right? And that's the name of the game with tax deeds. So what's one of the cons is, remember, tax deed investing is going to require a little more elbow grease and a little more risk than traditional real estate investing. So why does it take a little bit more risk? Why does it take a bit more elbow grease? Well, first off, it's a bit more of a risk because generally you can't see inside the property. Now, if the property is vacant, now you're not supposed to do this, but maybe you could go see inside. You didn't hear it from me. From there though, a lot of the times you might have people living in the property, or it's like locked up so you can't see inside. So you always need to make your bid as if you're going to basically rehab the property from the inside out. So every now and then, like we'll get a property, it'll be mint inside. Every now and then you open a property and it's like a crime scene. One time we had a property where it was like terrible black mold. We had to call in some like out of state, friggin' looked like a UFO, excavation. However, we still made like $50,000 on that property. So you need to factor that into your budget. It's going to be a little more high risk. All right. Now, the other con of this business is you have to do all of your own title research on these properties. And the reason is because if you're looking at 100 properties and it costs, $20 to $50 per title search, nobody wants to spend $2-3 grand per auction, and you might not even get something. Okay. So that's always a drawback. However, in my opinion, like what's the alternative? Do you want to go and pay full price or go on Zillow? you're not going to get an investment there. So this is about a creative way of investing in real estate, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. You'll have people saying, oh, they just get bid up to market value. Yes, sometimes they get bid up to market value, but sometimes you'll show up at an auction and maybe there's 30 people there and 100 properties, and boom, boom, you pick up 5 properties for opening bid and nobody bids against you. So in this business, as long as you stick with it, it's not a matter of if you're going to get a property, it's just a matter of when. But mentally prepare yourself, all right? You might need to go to 2 or 3 auctions before you get a property. My friend Brad, he researched for a whole year and he drove down from Canada. He would go to auctions and just to learn at first. Then in his second year, he bought $2.9 million worth of real estate for only $280,000, all right? So there is a huge benefit in this business. And if you're still watching and you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Helps out the channel and the algorithm big time for this, all right? So now, what are some of the cons again? Is the fact that, remember, a lot of these counties, the rules are different in each place, which is another reason why you don't hear about this business too much, is because you have to go and learn the rules for each county. Think of each county like a little kingdom, a little board game that has its own rules, all right? Now, they're playing within the tax deed structure, but you need to show up, you need to get the rule book, and you need to learn, all right? One of the best things I recommend is before you go ask what the previous year's auction, get that list and see what properties sold for, because then you can see if you're going to waste your time. So for example, if you go to a county and you see that the year before all of the properties were sold way above opening bid, it's probably not going to be worth your time this year. But remember, there are 62 of these counties, so you can definitely go and start to find some deals, all right? From there, it's always going to be competitive bidding. So it's a pro and a con. One, you can get the property cheap, but the second could be you don't want to get caught up in the heat of the moment and overbid for a property. All right, so that's a little rundown on the pros and cons of New York tax deed investing. Overall, I definitely recommend it. If you want to get started and save yourself 3-4 years of time, what I do is I help people out. I give them a free copy of the ABCs of Tax Lien and Deed Investing. It'll show you how to start. It'll show you how to do research. It'll give you the checklists. From there, if you want my help, you can book a call below, and myself and my team will build you a custom 4-step investing plan, and it's going to save you several years of time, and it will save you from making costly mistakes on properties. At the end of the call, we can talk about maybe what it looks like to work together. If not, no big deal. You'll still walk away with a super valuable session. So there's a link below. Either go grab the book or book a call. Thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't subscribed, check it out. Really appreciate everybody here. Ask some questions in the comments. My goal of this channel, help you escape that 9-to-5 and provide you with an investment vehicle that's affordable to get into for average people. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.